Hi, it's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on the Empire's Border map and we've got Raspberry Soda from Lemon Clan and he's in the new Object 268B5. Now should be familiar with that tank, it came out in the Under the Hammer event. We had the quick look at it. Okay, so he's top tier in this game. That's a tier 8, it's a tier 10 game. It's 2 tier 10s and looks like 4 tier 9s on each side, and the rest are tier 8s. So we've got 2 tier 10 TDs on each side and 2 tier 9 TDs. Just seeing, yeah, it looks actually a pretty balanced lineup. Not necessarily of the tanks and the players, of course, but the same class and same type of tanks, which is exactly what the matchmaker is supposed to do. Anyway, the enemy is a bit slow coming to the corner here. The Leopard has basically spotted a few tanks, and Raspberry's just trying to get into a position of strength here. And also looks like he's at a decision point. Should he go up the hill or stay down low? Now normally the hill is the preferred spot, but the gun depression on the V5 is, I think, only 7 degrees, maybe not even that. I'll have to confirm that, but so looks like Raspberry's going to stay down low here, but again there's opportunities down low. There are some hold down positions here, but it comes down to, do you push or do you wait for them to push? And it looks like waiting for them to push is actually not a bad option. 7032 just walls us out and pays the price. So first shot there to Raspberry gets results, and of course as a top tier he can choose to fire both his premium round or the standard round, and he luckily had the standard round loaded. I say luckily, it's because there's like a 15-second reload time, so you do want to have the right round loaded. Now he's got the tier 10 FOC-B there, and manages to go through the rangefinder on top of the hull there. That's the known weak spot, as well as the cupola. So if that TD wants to sit still, not wiggle, and give you an easy target, well, you want to take advantage of that. So the average damage of this gun is 750, and just getting close to the average in terms of the damage with those two shots. And there's the FOC-B there. Obviously he wants to try and shoot down and not expose too much of his armour, but let's see, Raspberry's not getting pushed by any tanks down low, so he can afford to push around a little bit further. And here he's got an opportunity to get rid of this FOC-B, so he's aiming for the hatch and gets the kill. I didn't get a lot of hit points there, but he did manage to take out a tier 10 tank destroyer out of the game. And here we've got a tier 8 Caliban. Now he's still got his premium rounds loaded, but I mean this is one of the problems you've got. You're not necessarily going to be able to switch loads quickly given the 15-second loadout, so you've just got to take your choices. And here we've got the T56 in front of him, and he's getting a nice outline of the hatch, but I guess the strength here is that this T56 is pretty much by himself, so it's a good opportunity. Nice snapshot there, getting full use of the gun handling on this tank. It is a bit trollish sometimes, but you can afford to basically take this position and fire past the T56, because the T56 wants to take him on. He's got to get exposed to the tanks behind him. So now he's got these two TDs in front of him. Gets a shot into the tortoise without any problem. Again, the penetration on the premium round here is certainly well enough to go through the tortoise front. And he's got the T56 lined up, but doesn't need to waste a shell there. He gets taken out by the tortoise on his own team. Anyway, he's got a few targets out in the open, but he's getting sort of pushed a little bit by this T-28. Can he get a shot in here? Yes, he gets a nice shot in on the Conqueror. And he can basically just push in. He's already got over 4k of damage. And they're getting a bit of a run on the enemy tanks. And gets another kill there on the Conqueror, again taking a gun out of the game. And just moves across to the right here to try and minimise his exposure, but pushing in as hard as he can, just keeping that W key pressed down hard. Does take a hit from the Borsig, but can just keep pushing in here. The Borsig trying to run away, he will be a target. And again, getting good use out of the gun handling there. The aim circle hadn't quite come down to full size, to normal size, but almost on the move. That's not a bad result for this gun. And now he's got the Tortoise again. Sits still that time, as you noticed, and it gets his aim circle down relatively quickly and gets the killing shot on the Tortoise. That's 5 kills now. And it's 11-3, so this is basically turning a bit of a rout of the enemy team. Aided and abetted by Raspberry Soda, of course, who's taken a fair chunk of the hit points away from the enemy. And they're just pushing in here to get the remaining targets. See from the mini-map there's some Leopard and a Centurion Action X up on the hill, and the Leopard 1 taking advantage of the teams around him. But all apart from that, there is a Patriot there battling with the VZ-51. So Raspberry's going to try and push in on the hill. They're not in vision yet, but they will be fairly shortly. And where are they? Oh, there they are, up the hill now. So he stops and slows and gets his aim down. Three, two, one, go. Right, so sort of in the advantageous position now. There's so many targets here that, well, I was just going to say, they're not shooting at him. They did shoot him just then, and he bounced another shot, which is interesting. But this is what you get when there's you're at the end of the game and you've got an overwhelming number. Is that you can often traverse the ground without being shot at, because they can only shoot at one tank at a time. But nonetheless, he has taken a couple of hits now, but he's got enough hit points to play with right now. He just wants to get the kills. And here we go, the Leopard gets the kill there. That's the top gun there for Raspberry, and that's the end of the game. Last tank gets killed. So that got him to 6k. Let's go and have a look at the detail results. Well, firstly, apologies if I keep calling him Raspberry Soda. That was his original name. He's gone through a few changes, so we'll just call him Raspberry. Anyway, Top Gun for 6 kills, high caliber award, getting 6k damage, and he also got 2.3k of assisted damage, mostly tracking, and that gives him 8.3k of combined damage, which is a great result there. And of course the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, which we couldn't quite get when we were testing the tank. Alright, so let's see, the team went 1280 base experience for a tier 10. That's a pretty good level there. The Tortoise tier 9 did nearly 3.8k, so that's a good result there. So finished in second place, and the VZ-51 getting nearly 3k, and there was another 3k there with the Leopard Pro. And on the enemy side, the Borsig did 3.3 nearly, and the rest didn't really quite do well, which sort of explains the collapse that they had. In any case, what were the characteristics of the win there? 13 shots fired, 12 hits, 12 penetrations, so good shooting there. Really, anyone that missed me saw his surprise there when that happened. So it gave him his damage total. He had some mission payouts going there, but earned 60k without that, and fired a mix of ammunition, so his costs weren't so great, and actually made a profit there of 16k. So it's very nice there for tier 10. So great game there from Raspberry. I've got another replay from him to bring up in a little while, so always look forward to that. But if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. We will have more great content to follow, and thanks for watching.